To Traverse City, Michigan we go. Michael Moore has been patiently waiting for us to return to him. Michael, you have two tasks in this next answer. Comment on the Tom Friedman theory, two Democrats. You say you want a revolution? That's great. If you want to win this presidential election, that's something entirely. Second question to you is, you owe us a name, a nominee, a winning person who you promised.
All right, talking about Tom Friedman's a waste of time, so I'll move on to the second part.
All righty then.
With all due respect, of course. Because actually only a revolution at this point is going to defeat Donald J. Trump.
It's not true.
Only people rising up and doing the work that needs to be done is going to remove him from office. Our side needs to treat Trump seriously. He's not a joke anymore. He's the real deal, and he humiliated all of us by losing the election and then being given the keys to the Oval Office. I don't know how to do that. If I wanted to do that right now, I wouldn't know how to. How would I go about losing and then having the White House? To answer the second part of your question, the Democrats, to win, I mean, I have my three-point plan if you want to hear it. The DNC won't listen to it, but maybe you will, Brian.
I know it involves ballot initiatives in all the states.
It does. It does. And I so appreciate you having me on, even though you mentioned you have the two Harvard people there with Joy and Lawrence. MSNBC, the whole night is all Ivy League or well, you've got
I'm University
Chris,
of Missouri.
I'm a non-college white.
University of Missouri.
And no, that's what I was going to say. You got
Michigan,
Rachel.
Michael.
You got yes, I know all. Yes, but only Brian and I are the ones with a high school education, because Brian doesn't have a degree,
pointing that out.
And neither do I. Yes, but look, you are a good company. You're with me, all right? So
just a couple of older non-college whites.
That yes,
as our demographer friends
you did go to
refer
community
to us.
college, Brookdale Community College. You did go there.
Bless you for that. Yes, and for everyone who ever tried to attend Brookdale Community College. Thank you.
Yes, I am the Trump demographic. I'm an angry white guy over the age of 50 with a high school education. So here's how to defeat Trump. Number one, people turned out in record numbers last November to put the Democrats back in the House. If they don't do anything, if they don't make it worth all the while of all those people who had sat it out in 16 but came in 18 to vote, they may not show up next year. So the Democrats have to do something. What they have to do is they have to impeach this president. They can't sit around and say, "Oh, yeah, but why should we do that?" With, you know, the Senate isn't going to have a trial. Well, as I said on Seth Meyers last week, the Detroit Tigers don't get to say, "We don't want to go to New York and play the Yankees. We're just going to lose." No, you got to go to New York and play the Yankees. And the House has to do its job so that there's a historical record. That's number one. Number two, ballot initiatives, as you said, this is how we did it in Michigan in November. We got a ballot proposal passed to legalize marijuana. That doubled the youth vote from the last off-year election. And we had a ballot initiative that passed that made it illegal to gerrymander or to do voter suppression. That brought out a large African-American community at the voting booth. So that caused Michigan to go back into the blue category. All four top offices in the state capitol, governor, lieutenant governor, attorney general, and secretary of state, are all Democrats now. And we removed two Republicans in suburban Detroit, white suburban Detroit, and replaced them with two Democratic women. So that's what we have to do this time. In the swing states, you must have ballot proposals to bring out the base, raise the minimum wage, pass the Equal Rights Amendment for women, the ones we did in Michigan. You know, there's so many free college. All those things are going to bring out the base if you have them as ballot proposals. And number three, we have to have a candidate who is beloved by the American people and who is outside the political inner circle, somebody who's not a politician, somebody who's going to win. I think, in my humble opinion, 4 of these candidates running could beat Trump: Bernie, Biden, Kamala Harris, and Elizabeth Warren. They could beat him. But Hillary beat him. It's not enough just to beat Trump. The only way to remove Trump is to crush Trump. And that's the question that has to be asked. Who can crush Trump? Who's the street fighter? We saw it in Bernie last night. Who's the street fighter that can crush Trump? And frankly, I think there's a person that could do this. If the election were held today, there is one person that would crush Trump, and she hasn't announced yet. And her last name rhymes with Obama. In fact, it is Obama. Michelle Obama. Everybody watching this right now knows she is a beloved American, and she would go in there and she would beat him. She would beat him in the debates. He wouldn't be able to bully her. He wouldn't be able to nickname her. And she is beloved. Just go to C-SPAN and follow her book tour across the country. She's playing 15,000-seat arenas in the Midwest. They have to turn people away. She takes the stage, and she's so powerful and so good. You just look at that, and you think, of course, she could win. But everyone's now saying, well, of course, she's not going to run. Well, has anyone asked her? I think if she were asked, look, we're sorry about this. We have to come back to you. You have to go back to the White House. Your country needs you. If asked to serve, I believe she would serve. If you were asked to serve, or I were, whatever our skill set is, wouldn't we do that? I think she would do that. I think she would win. She would crush him. It has to be a crush, though, not just beat him. We are going to lose this if we run the same way that we ran last time. And God bless Hillary. She beat him by 3 million votes. The Democrat next year is going to beat him by 5 million popular votes and could still lose the Electoral College. We have to make sure that doesn't happen.
Michael Moore from Traverse City, Michigan, a guy who went on Bill Maher's show, notably, famously, rather shaken, and said he thought the election might be going the other way. And so as a result, when Michael Moore speaks about such things, more people than usual listen. Michael, thank you very much for coming on. We really appreciate you joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for hearing my voice, and thank you.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.